All right. Yeah, I decided Grandma's molasses. Thick as molasses, as they say. It's going to be some good stuff, boys and girls. Welcome back to A Country Boy Can Cook. It's early on a Saturday morning. It's been raining all night. And I need some comfort food for breakfast. Hot cakes, flapjacks, pancakes, whatever you want to call them. That's what I'm going to fix. I did a video a couple of weeks ago on this same method. It's 3, 2, and 2. 3 cups of self-rising flour, 3 cups of milk, 3 eggs. That's it. That gets you your pancakes. That day I said, I wish I'd had some buttermilk. I would have done that in buttermilk. Now, the regular milk turned out great. Those pancakes, just my wife and I, we had pancakes for about a week. We put them in a Ziploc bag and put them in the fridge, and as we needed breakfast, we would go get a couple of them out. But this morning, buttermilk. Let's see how they work. Yes, you'll see I've got my old trusty dusty blue serving mixing bowl. And I got to wondering about this. It says Shamrock Neat Way on the bottom. I think this came from my mother. I don't remember. I've had it for years. So I decided I would look this up on the internet. And to my surprise, on eBay, these things go for about $50. Can you believe it? It probably cost $1.20 or something. I don't know. It didn't cost a whole lot. Let me know if you've ever had one of these, or your parents ever had one, or if you still use it. It works great for me. I don't have a lot of strength in my wrist or hands anymore after my heart event, so it's lightweight. I can grab it with each hand and pour. Matter of fact, last time I made these, I poured all the batter into a old tea pitcher, which worked great, pouring it out. But this morning, I think if it works out just right, I'm just going to pour out of this. So let's get this party started. I've got 2 cups of buttermilk. Get this camera down here a little bit better. And I'm going to put in 3 eggs. These are just nothing special, grade A, large eggs. Trying to think the brand. These come from Tom Thumb, which is owned by Albertsons. I don't know if you have a Tom Thumb in your area, but it is. They had a special, and if the eggs were cheaper at Tom Thumb than my Wally World eggs usually are. So we bought some over there. Hey, I'm retired. I've got time to look at all the sale ads, and so I keep up on. The old dude keeps up on the prices. So let's see. Let's get this mixed up just a little bit. We'll dump our flour in. This is an easy, quick mix. Oh, it smells good already with buttermilk. Come on, don't make a mess. I just want the egg and the buttermilk incorporated good together. All right, 2 cups of flour, self-rising flour. If you don't have self-rising flour, just use 2 cups of regular flour, maybe a teaspoon of baking soda, teaspoon of baking powder per cup. That should make your pancakes rise and give you some lift to them. And the buttermilk should do that. I'm thinking that's why I wanted to try the buttermilk thing. All right. There's 2 cups. Old trusty dusty drink cup from the Boy Scouts I've had since the 60s. I was telling my wife the other day, I said, yeah. I said, you know, it was one cup back then and it's still one cup. She said, yeah, right. She didn't get it. I was joking with her. So anyway, she didn't get the dad joke. So there goes that. Back the special closures for my flour because I keep it in the freezer. I ain't gonna buy no plastic closure when we've got tons of clothespins. All right, let's get this mixed up. It's gonna make it pretty better. It smells really good, like really awesome good. So once I get this mixed up, I'm gonna let it set for a few minutes before. And by the way, the eggs and the milk were at room temperature. I'd had them out for a while. So let me finish this mixing this up. You don't need to sit here and just watch me whip an old whisk around. And I'll bring you back and let it set up. Plus, my coffee just finished perking. I'm gonna get a cup of coffee. All right, got some butter here, stick of butter. I sprayed my grill. We're gonna cook these on the grill. I sprayed it with some non-stick butter spray. There's no way it has the flavor of this. I love cooking with butter, making hotcakes. Let's get this down here so you can see what's going on. Let's see. Oh yeah. Now this grill is turned off because when I have this grill on, it's got a downdraft and it's squalling and making all kinds of noise. So, let's see here. Oh, make a smiley face here. Get my creative arts going. All right. I'm going to try to scoop this out. I've got a small proportionate scooper. Let's see how this works. And I sprayed it with the butter spray. I'm going to put it right here for right now and see how much it spreads out. I may want to go to a larger one. My wife calls these silver dollar pancakes. And I have to admit, they're pretty good as a snack. Now I've let this pancake batter set out for, once it's mixed up, it's been setting out for about, I guess 5 minutes now since I brought you back, or before I brought you back actually. And it is, you know it's kind of ready because it'll start to kind of bubbling on top. The activation of the leaveners in the self-rising flour, and between that and the buttermilk, it's live. You know, they're always talking about gut health. This is good for your gut health. That wasn't even discussed when I was a kid, but we drank fresh milk, fresh buttermilk. So there was no discussion about what the heck is gut health. I think I can get one small one more right here maybe. I forget what place used to make silver dollar pancakes. Maybe IHOP. I don't know. If I remember right, IHOP. Well, let's let this cook for a minute. I'm going to turn the heat back on, as you will hear, and then I'll bring you back in a minute once we start to get ready to flip. All right, let's check these. I don't know if they're ready or not. And I usually only turn my pancakes one time. I've sprayed my, yeah, we're getting ready. I sprayed my spatula with butter spray. You see a different color than the last ones I fixed with, that were with regular milk. And come on, get off of there. There you go. Not doing very good flipping this morning. Maybe I need to go to the right side here. It's funny, I think the last time I made these, I had not had my cataract surgery, which I had 9 days ago. And I always worried about pouring my cups of coffee. This is cool. I always worried about pouring my cups of coffee. Sometimes I'd pour and it looked like it was, I couldn't judge distance. I had been basically blind in my right eye for 3 years. I had lots of other medical issues during that 3 years, so I just wanted to stay alive. So I had one good eye and I was working on that. But since I'm a little better and I'm holding my own on my other health issues, I decided to have cataract surgery. Went in and I wasn't even sure. I thought maybe I was just going blind. And this great surgeon said, "Yeah, you got a cataract. It needs to be removed. You can't see anything." I said, "Yeah, you're exactly right. I can see movement. I can see shades of black and white. That's it." So went down there. I had to wait all afternoon because he didn't want to do it first anymore because he wasn't sure how much scar tissue would be behind it. Because he's the last thing he said, "Well, before we schedule it, have you ever had any hits to your face or your eyes?" And I said, "Well, when I first started riding bulls, I was 11 years old in 5th grade. I had a bramer take a nubby horn and stick it up in my top of my jaw and break it here, and it almost blew my eye out from the inside." I said, "And I worked as a bouncer, and I may have gotten hit lots of times. And so I've done everything. Yeah, I probably got maybe some scar tissue." So he scheduled me for the last surgery, which meant after that morning at 6 o'clock, I had to take my heart meds. I couldn't eat any or drink anything, and I just had a piece of bread that morning and a glass of water. I take it back. I think I did have a cup of coffee, and that was it. Let me check these. I don't want to cook them too much here. So I went down there and had to wait all day. I was apprehensive. I mean, I didn't know what was going to happen. And they came in, a nice anesthesiologist said, "We're just going to put you under." I already knew they was going to put me under twilight. I had that, and because I worked in the surgery world, I kind of knew what that was. So they got me in there, and I was talking to him. We ended up. We came. He's a young whippersnapper, but we came from he was raised at Prairieville, Texas, which I used to live there when I drove a truck. And I asked him. I said, "Where are you from, Texas?" He said, "Yeah." And I said, "Where are you from?" He said, "Oh, you wouldn't know. It's a little bitty town." I said, "Well, try me." He said, "It's outside of Canton, Texas." I said, "Yeah, I used to live outside of Canton in a little town, a one-horse town, one store called Prairieville." He said, "Oh my God, that's where I lived." So it's a small world. Anyway, we talked about Prairieville and all that, and we got through with the surgery, and I said, "Well, I never really fall asleep." And he said, "Yeah, you did." I said, "I did?" And he said, "Oh yeah, you did, because you kind of stopped talking there for about 5 or 10 minutes." And I said, "I don't even remember that." He said, "The anesthesia, she did her job good," so which is true. So anyway, went the next morning, got my patch off. My right eye is better than my left eye that I've been running around with. So I passed a Texas driver's license that morning. I mean, if I had to take it, I could pass it. I took one on their wall. And so I was really happy with that. I'm still having to put drops in my eyes 3 times a day. I'm going to stay with that, I think, till the end of the month. And anyway, it was a good deal, and now I can judge and see what the heck I'm doing. So let's get these baby boys off here. You flip a couple over. I'm not going to cook them on the other side. I'll just show what that looks like. Yeah, they're ready. Pretty little golden pillows. My wife will enjoy these. She's a diabetic, and she really watches her intake about carbs and all this other stuff. Anyway, well, there they are, boys and girls, of the first batch. And we'll put another batch down. I'll bring you when I've got those cooking, and we'll go from there. See, all right, you can see they're starting to dry out around the edge, you know, and you see the bubbles, they'll pop up and they stay there. You know they're ready to flip at that point. Let me get up here and stand up and do this. Let's see here. Yeah, I tried to put too many on here at one time, looks like. Let's see if I can flip the whole bunch. Boy, what a mess I just made. But guess what? I saved it. I was going to tell you that the reason it's thicker, the only reason I can think, is because of the buttermilk. And when I let it set out, it was so thick. Come on. I'm not going to crop my pan the next time. Hey, this is real cooking, boys and girls. Yeah, I could cut this thing out and like, oh yeah, everything's perfect. But sometimes it ain't perfect. I will tell you, these are pretty. It's really funny. The first batch of pancakes that you usually cook on your grill or your pan comes out one way, and the next batch comes out so much prettier, or at least that's the way mine have done for years. And I'm not even sure why that is. If anybody knows, let me know. I just know the first batch is okay. The second batch, it's just always prettier. Maybe it has something to do with heating up your pan or grill. I don't know. And what do y'all eat on your pancakes? This morning I'm going to have an apricot jam on mine, or actually apricot preserves, which I dearly love. It's my favorite jelly. So I've also got some blackstrap molasses that I sometimes eat, and I sometimes eat just regular syrup. Well, I started calling it Aunt Jemima, but it ain't. It's pearl milling now, but it's still Aunt Jemima. And I used to eat that Mrs. Butterworth, I think is what it was, but it was more expensive, and I really couldn't taste the butter flavor, and I grew up, my mother would make homemade syrup. It was just sugar water, water and sugar into a simple, real thick, simple syrup, and she put maple flavoring in it. That was our syrup. I don't know how old I was before she actually bought a bottle of regular syrup. So I think I'm maybe 10 or 12 years old. Anyway, so yeah, these are ready to come off. Let's see here. Oh yeah. Yes, my old fingers are calloused up through the years, and I can handle the heat of a little old pancake on them, no problem. Boy, this has made a big batch. I'm great. I mean, you think about it. 2 cups of flour, a little bit of milk or buttermilk, and did I say 2 cups of buttermilk, 2 cups of flour, and or regular milk, and 2 eggs. Boys and girls, you could feed a lot of people. I'm gonna make these a little bit bigger for the old dude. I hear my wife in there shuffling around. She's gonna say, "Are you filming?" She'll be at her robe. This ain't no studio cooking. This is the real deal, boys and girls. I mean, if you were here, I'd be making you some pancakes, which would be fun to talk. I love talking to people, where they're from. As a matter of fact, tell me where you're watching this at. And what is your favorite food to eat? Is it breakfast, lunch, dinner? And what type of food? I love having pancakes and bacon and sausage in the evenings. Boy, it's one of my favorite meals. And yes, you're going to ask me, right, if I'm filming?
Yes.
Huh?
I hear you talking.
Yeah, but that's okay. I'm not going to film you. I know you're in your room. I've already talked about that. I knew you were going to come here and say, are you filming? Because you're in your robe. I got you. I'm making pancakes. All right. Let's let this cook and I'll get back with you in just a minute. All right, back with you. Yes, what is that? Are you saying hello to somebody?
Can I just say it instead of doing that?
Yeah, what are you saying?
Okay. Hi, good morning, YouTube family.
You can tell she don't want to be on the camera, but that's okay. I don't never want to be on the camera, and she looks a lot better than I do when I'm fixed up. So enjoy your coffee.
Thank you.
Your pancakes will be ready.
Another thing too, I slept a little late.
And you like your silver dollars?
Oh, I love them. They're the
did.
best.
Yeah, I know you did. You have to send a picture to your little sister.
I will.
Yeah.
She'll be a jealous wreck.
Miss Al.
Miss Al.
Albernaise.
Albernaise.
All right. Well, these things are cooking away.
Ooh, the coffee's great.
Yeah, I know.
Very,
That's my
very
new
good.
blend.
Very
It's called
good.
the Rusty Dude.
Larry the barista.
No, the Rusty Dude. There's a difference.
The rusty dude.
Yeah, the Rusty Dude. I battle making coffee here all the time. I really like McDonald's coffee. But I really hate paying $2 and then having to get out to go get it. It's $2 a cup, unless you get the senior cup, and it's less than $1. But the senior cup is never enough for me. So, after lots of videos, since I got lots of time to kill, I kind of came down with a plan. Use filtered water, which we have a filter on our sink here, and get it cold in the fridge, because I believe I think McDonald's is cold filtered water to make their coffee with. And of course I use McCafe, but I don't have any. I've got Folgers. But I did it this morning, and I'm gonna tell you, it's really good. It's like yummy good. So let me check and see if these are even getting close to being done. They're getting close. You got a few more minutes. I'll bring you back when they get ready to flip these. All right, back with you. Let me check these. I believe they're getting close anyway. Oh yeah. Let's see here. Let you look at these. See what you think. Is this the color you like on your pancakes? These are more like golden brown, like you would see at McDonald's or places like that. I prefer a little darker. They're done, and I'm hungry. So. There they go. And like I say, I never flip them. I don't flip them back over and flip them back over. Every time you do that, I think it deflates it and makes it tough. So anyway, I'll turn back on the burner and I'll get the rest of these cooked and I'll bring you back. Oh yeah, I was going to say that you got to see my wife's hand there. And, she's been in a couple of videos, but she's going to start helping me cook, and we are going to start doing together some diabetic friendly meals. Now, I'm going to give a disclaimer right now. I ain't no doctor, and she ain't no doctor, but she's got a lifetime of experience being a diabetic, insulin dependent, since she was 16 years old or 17 years old. I mean, Cindy, how old were you when they found out you were diabetic?
17.
Oh, 17. So I ain't going to tell you how many years that is, but it's a while. Because I'm an old dude and I'm over 70. Anyway, she's going to start helping me cook, and we're going to cook some Southern cooking like I always have done, but we'll cook some of her, her favorite, let's see, meals that are less likely to spike her blood sugars. See this. There you go, it's cooking away. So stay tuned for that. I'm not sure if you have anybody in your family that's a diabetic or insulin dependent, but it's a struggle. She had heart problems because of it. They had to crack her chest one time and go in, and she had quadruple bypass because of it. I mean, she was physically good health, but because she's a diabetic. That was over 30 years ago, and she's living proof. If you take care of yourself and change your diet and exercise, then you can't beat the diabetes, but you can help. So anyway, she's going to be cooking with me, not every day, but more often than not. And so I'll bring you back. Let me get this other batch cooked, and be back here in just a minute. I'll do a taste test on these. All right, let's get a taste of these babies. You can see how many pancakes. That made over 20 something, all different sizes. Great way to save some bucks. Put a Happy Meal on faces. And you can put blueberries or little pieces of peach, all kinds of stuff in there if you want to make it your own. As long as you enjoy it, it don't matter. All right, I've got some butter, and I've got some blackbird apricot preserves. Let's see which is best here. And then I got some grandma's molasses. To be honest, it's probably going to be really hard to figure out which one, but all right. Look at that goodness. All right, let's try this. Let's try it with the apricot preserves first. What do you eat on your pancakes? You eat maple syrup, real maple syrup, jellies, jams. I've had everything in the world on them, so, and they all been good, all been a little different, but let's try this. Well, that buttermilk makes it really good. I have to tell you, boys and girls, makes it really, really good. Let's try some of this molasses here. Yes, I'm eating right off my cutting board. I wash it, I sanitize this with salt every week. I wash it off every day after I get through using it. So, all right, let's try this. Boy, there's something about that molasses on that, and that buttermilk that's hanging inside the buttermilk that comes out in these pancakes. Well, I can tell you, it's going to be a hard decision for the old dude this morning. But there'll be one decision. It won't be hard to make. I'm going to enjoy these pancakes. So, thank you so much for watching my videos. Please share my videos. As of this morning, I was about 50 subs shy of 1,000 subs. That's great. Thank you to each and every one of you that is tuned into my video and watch my videos. I really appreciate it. Some from the start, some recently, and from the heart, an old damaged heart, but from the heart of the old dude, I really do thank you. If you were here, I'd get you a cup of coffee and get you some pancakes going. So thank you so much for everything. Subscribe, like, and comment. Let me know where you're watching this from and what type of pancakes you like and what do you eat on your pancakes. Talk to you later. Bye.